Hello, welcome to this lecture. In this lecture, I'm going to teach you about mathematical function on MySQL. Mathematical functions are like additions, modification, absolute value to be calculated and written, and rounds the value, and similarly the modification. We will see more like by executing the query statement. We will see like ABS, it will returns absolute value. Like it will calculate the value from the number given, and it will be returns what is the exact absolute value having like the column and the data parameter, the value how it is, what is the exactly the absolute value it will returns by using the ABS, like absolute with the method. These are the predefined built-in methods. These are the mathematical math functions which are already ready-madely available in MySQL, and we have to know how to use this mathematical function and applying by writing the query of the SQL query. Then we will get standardly straight away the value what is exactly with the parameters what we have passed. Now we will see this is the ABS for to know the absolute value for the method, and MOD. This is a one another method in MySQL. This is divide the first parameter by the second one and returns the remainder. The mod what it will do in our mathematical function likewise, like if I given two numbers, this is the two numbers, two parameters are required for mod. Okay, like 10 comma 4 I have given here for an instance of an example. It's a first parameter which I have written here, and by the second parameter like divides first parameter comma followed by, and the second parameter what I have defined here which will be divided by first parameter, and reminder any value is there in the reminder, and the reminder value will be as an output it will gives automatically, right? And one more method I can tell you simply floor. This is also we have to specify floor value like 10.6 point will be introduced in the floor. You strongly remember it. Round the number down to the nearest integer. Very nearest integer, it will be rounds the number, which is the less than or equal to the floor value what we have given to specified. Right now we'll see, and one more there is one more method. It's round. Round is also, we know that what is the round, how it's going to be. Like I have an 10.41456. Similarly, this is the value I am passing here. I am making that after point I need two decimal points only I require from the out of this bunch. Right here, what I have, what it will do, if I am taking only this is I am rounding, what it will do, it's the rounding around, it's an above 5. So if it is a 5 or above 5 it will be considered, it is in a 4 6 it will be considered. Why I am taking two decimal points only I am taking, and specifying with the round method here. Okay, in real-time manner by executing the query how it is going to be provided as an output. We'll see one by one, right? Begins with the ABS. The simply all you need to understand and know to execute simple examples, very simple query statement examples by using these mathematical functions. You have to use select statement at the beginning of the command, like a query. Otherwise, it won't recognize. The query window will not recognize what is this method of a mathematical method or something English you have written. It may be select. What it will do, the select, it will be select the columns or something to be try to fetch from the tables, and it will be processed and it will be throw you as an output, right? You see here, I'm using first ABS, like a select ABS, and the absolute value we will see, and 100 minus like a 300 value here. Make it as a single query only, may or may not terminator. Like see the absolute value, the differentiation between these two is 100. The result set it is given is in 100 absolute value. Right. If I specify here it's in 300, might be is in 200. So it's very simple. Likewise, you can directly use the absolute by writing ABS. You'll get it the answer properly. Minus 20. Now see here the absolute value is not 20 only. See how pretty easy. And second function, like I'll keep on this same statement. One more statement I'll write here by commenting the above lines. Yes, now it is commented. Take the two dash dash and the one space, then it will be commented here on the query window. Now second method it is ABS MOD. The method of MOD by passing what is the value I want to pass here means like simple instance of example. I'll take in a MOD the example of 15,4. Let's check it what it is. 15 will be divided by 4. What is the remainder? Yes, 3 is the remainder. 3 4s are 12 and remainder 3 is an output. Simply, very simple calculation. You can take any number of large numbers also. You will get it by writing this statement. And also these you can transmit the column values also. And straight away I am passing here the values of the integer values. Whereas if your column is having in the table structure, there you can call it these values by passing the column names like data parameters over here. You will get it. Okay. Now we have gotten a mod value result also here. Now see, and one more mathematical function we will see now. What is that next one? MOD. After MOD we'll see about floor. Again I'm writing select space floor. Floor value of what I want to see here is a simple number I'll put here to understand very clearly. We can understand it that yes, 10.6 only will take it, right? Go here. Let's see the float value. It is in 10 only. If I take in 11.6, so go here, run. Now let's check it. 11 is the float value, right? Straight away, these are the ready-made functionality methods which are already available. You need not to do straight away. You have to write the floor and pass where which column value you want to be verify with the floor value. That's it. And one more method, it is a round method. And check with the rounding of 10.812, comma after decimal we have to consider two values like 2 digits only or 2 numbers only. Now what happens now? It will be rounded 10.81 only. See now, go here, check the answer. 10.81 only it is present. And as you know that if you want to see as in a meaningful alias name, you can take it as an as you can specify it as a table like a column header. It will be changed to TBT. Can be respectable all the methods, not only this. I have observed here now right now. So I have given you to like a change by applying a statement to change the column title as well. Now see here one more simple change. Simple change, very simple, like 8 I am specifying here and rounding, and 818 I am specifying up to 2 decimal I am taking as a total. Now what happens now? It is above 5 now, so it can be increment by +1. But I have given 818 here, and it's showing the result set it is in a 10.82. As my standardization of the round method, it shows that two decimal. After decimal, I want to take two digits only. Now it is a round function. What it will do, if the above value other than rather than 5 or above values, it will be considered before number as in a plus 1. Whenever we are applying like in our mathematical functions, like how we are going to be do the round, the same thing, the same principle will apply here. All right. Now round is also done. Go here and check it. Okay. And similarly, many and more of the more many math functions are also available. You kindly go through all the math functions one by one whenever you official site of documentation of mysql.org, where you will get all the methods. These are very important and regular way. These can be useful to write on SQL queries wherever we require to use like a total, absolute, mode value, for value, and the floor, and rounding of the values of the totals. So whenever we are putting into the like invoices, charges, and all, these are very pretty important. So I have a plan to discuss about these. Hope you understand about this. Thank you for watching. Thank you.